at the Runner's Soul. Before we get Aaron with us, what we're going to do is I'm just going to go over why we're here. I actually had a player one time who, like, I have these shoes on right now, okay? These are 2 years old, and I would consider these good compared to some of the players and what they choose to wear. I had one player one time, he absolutely, I couldn't believe it, he had shoes on that didn't even have any laces, okay? Velcro, and he wanted to work out in them. And so just here, just to get some knowledge on why you should start at a running store to know what type of shoe to get, and that's it. You know, when I first got here, I was 270 pounds. 270 pounds, it was absolutely ridiculous, and I was getting hurt all the time. Why? Because I was getting shoes at a local store that didn't know what they were talking about. The person was, you know, 16, 17 years old, and they were just trying to find me some shoes, you know, and they didn't know. So I come here for the knowledge of what shoe to get, all right?
I'm Aaron, I'm the manager at the Runner's Soul, and when it comes to footwear and running and being fit properly, it's not the question of have you ever been fit before. People say yes. They tell your size. That doesn't mean fit. It's what type of footwear do you actually need for your feet. And it's one of those things where if you look at any shoe wall, go into Dick's Sporting Goods, Sports Authority, Fleet Feet, any store, and just look, you can point out this Nike, this Nike, this Nike, this Nike, shoes from any brand. You can't tell the difference between them just by looking at them. One type's going to be the right type for you, one isn't. Other big thing, people usually buy them too small. That's where we say fit, we mean actually doing a true gait analysis, which means putting you on the treadmill, we record it using a program specifically designed for that on our iPad that allows us to slow it down and actually watch your feet frame by frame to see exactly what your feet are doing, to see exactly what type of shoes you need to be in, because it's one of those things where if you need the support that a stability should give you and you don't have it, you can have problems. The same way as if you have this support and don't need it, you can have problems because it's trying to correct something that your feet are not doing. So if you just buy a shoe based off looks, you're most likely buying the wrong type of shoe.
Hi, my name is Rich Zappin, and I work at the Runner's Soul in LaGrange in Elmhurst. This is my second year. I work here part-time. Actually, my background, I've been running over 40 years through high school, and yeah, I've run in a zillion races, half marathons. This next month I'm running in my 60th marathon, the Boston Marathon. It's not so much the races that I run in, although it's fun to say those things, but I know what it's like to get up in the morning, morning after morning, month, season, cold, hot, consistently. I know what it takes, and I can relate with people who are trying to get in shape at all different levels. Ultimately, the basic thing with shoes is, you know, you can go to a store and buy a pair of shoes like for $60, $70, let's say for Kohl's, and they're great shoes. I mean, they're pretty, they're cute. You get a discount and you get your Kohl bucks back for every 50, and they're made by the same manufacturers. But these shoes here are just, they're more geared, they're geared for people who run regularly. For instance, I tend to run average anywhere between 2,200 and 2,500 miles a year, and just because I enjoy doing it. And you know, when your body goes through that consistently, even walking, sooner or later something you're gonna get a pain or an ache or something because of that. So you want to make sure that maybe to offset that problem, or you want to make sure you got the right pair of shoes. The base running, whether it's a training run or a tempo run, or actually the race, I would tend to go with the shoe a little bit lighter, because when you do have a lighter shoe, you tend to go faster. But you still want a shoe that has the support where you're not going to get injured. There's times too where you know, I do get a tweak in my ankle, and so then I would tend to swap over here to a stability shoe that really isn't what I usually run in, but it supports my foot where I can still run and you know, get my miles in, enjoy what I do, and you know, so it's a combination of knowing what these shoes do. You know, we get people in here from, you know, whether they're high school guys just getting used to it, or even older adults who are struggling to walk because of maybe plantar fasciitis or some tendon problems. But actually I am the president of the Elmhurst Running Club, and I am around people who at all levels, people who are trying for their PRs in 5Ks, 10Ks, halves, and marathons. And I'm around people who are beginners who, for some reason in their life something happened and they want to become active and they want to be, enjoy what I experience, not only through the running but the relationships of it. And this time of the year, it's perfect. Although people are running all year long, it's closed, but this is the time of year where the weather changes. People are excited about getting back outside again in the warm weather, and like the running club meets on Saturday mornings at the Prairie Path. And when the weather gets a little nicer, we could have 50, 100 people out there all taking off in groups, and friendships that are there, and working out. And through that too, we all see people who have problems. Their shoes are wearing out. It doesn't take much, a millimeter here or there of wear, and it affects your joints. People deny that, some people do, and they go, well, no, but that is the truth. Once you're out of whack a little bit, it could cause a problem. And so the runner's soul, I love it here that I can actually have people come in with my background and experience and help them, and when they leave, they're educated, they know what now is wrong, what possibly is wrong with them, and they're just optimistic and excited to get back out there again. So.
I can make it up to you, please come around to my place tonight. We can work it out. If I'm guilty of what they said to you was a lie that you